Crack It Up Prologue. I do have the music off. In the options, they are kind of limited. It is a prologue, and I am going to be extremely generous with that, as I think we all should be, because the developers are working on a game. It's not ready for release, and they're giving us a free opportunity to see what they've done so far. And so I'm sure they're looking for a little bit of feedback, and they can, tweak it here and there. Let's just jump on in, and I'll show you there are three that I can find, three work areas. This one has our photo album for our cards. This is a trading card simulator, I guess is what I would call it. This is an area where we can work with our cards to a limited degree. And over here is the computer we can use to buy, sell, and to trade cards with, AI. I believe I started with about $10, and it's taken a little bit of time, but it is pretty easy once you understand how to ensure that you make money in this. There, at the current time, is an expansion area down here where they're going to offer more cards. But right now, we do have the wildlife collection. There is a single pack of 4 cards for $3. There is a box of 20 packs for $50, so you would save $10. Then there are premium cards, which will offer you more rares, potentially, no guarantee. Those are $10. A box of 20 is a discount of $20 for $180. I quickly found this was not a guaranteed winner for me. A couple times I lost the $20 or $30 I had made buying these packs, and basically had to start back here. This is a guaranteed winner for me. The common packs and the common packs in box. These, maybe if you're buying at this level, you'll have a better opportunity to earn your money back, if not make more money, but this is just a guaranteed win. So with all this being said, I'm going to start by buying one booster pack, because I want to show how the game progresses as you play. So you buy a booster pack. You come over to your table. There's your booster pack. You click on it. It puts it on your work area. You click the top. It removes that. You click it 4 times, and there's your 4 cards. You can look at the picture. I cannot find any way to flip it over. So I don't know if there's information on the back, but or if that's going to be included in the future. But maybe it's there now and I can't figure out how to get to it. So I think an explanation of what key commands and mouse commands would be very helpful. So I could tell that is not listed as an option. You cannot move these cards to your album. They're automatically placed in your album. So our gold gecko would be in our gold section here, and the card number would have led us right here. So we have common, rare, and let's call them ultra rare cards. They're in the album, yet they're still on the work table. That kind of doesn't make sense to me, because you would think if they're moved to the album, they'd only be visible in the album. They'd no longer be visible here. But wait, there's more. Because if we go over here to sell them, and we only own these 4 cards now. I've cashed everything out to go through this to showcase this game. Okay, there are 3 price points. There's a red arrow down, which would mean that card is not in demand and you're going to get less money. There's nothing, and then there's a green arrow, which means the card is in high demand and you will get a premium for selling it. And we will check our email. Okay, there are emails here from last time I was in the game. Here, these 2 people want to trade. I would have to give them this. I would get this. I don't have that, so it doesn't matter. There are other kinds of emails that come into, and maybe we'll get one of those momentarily. But if we sell the items from here, we can either use the refresh or sell cards, and they will no longer display here. By the way, I like how it's real time on the clock. I wish that the menu brought up the menu. I think that would be an interesting addition. Let's go over. They're still on the table. They're no longer in the catalog. We'll go over here. It was in the 50. I think it was 50, right? The card is no longer here, but the cards stay on the table. The only way to get these cards off the table that I can find is you have to open another booster pack, which removes them, or I believe if you exit the game fully and maybe even close it out and then come back in, I think that clears your table. But otherwise, these cards don't go away even though we no longer own them. So that, I think, there's some dynamic at play there that can be evaluated by the developers and potentially refined. Additionally, I think in its current state, from what I've experienced of the gameplay and what I understand of the gameplay, the appeal is going to diminish quickly for adult gamers and potentially for younger gamers as well. But I could see really young kids, continue to play beyond a point where others will stop. And let me show you a couple of reasons why. So we bought 1 pack. Let's buy a box of 20. We'll go over to our work table. Here's our box. Let's open the box. We now have 20 packs. You'll notice that the 4 cards that we no longer own are still here. We click a pack. We click the top. We click it 4 times. And we rinse and we repeat. Missed. That's on me. A lot of misclicks will all be my problems. I don't know how long this takes. Maybe 45, and you cannot click fast. I'll try. You have to click at a certain tempo or slower, or they will not open. So it's not me being old and, no. It's the game limits the speed at which you can open these. We're halfway through. I could buy, 5 of these boxes right now? Why would I want to open 100 packs at this rate? It's too slow. There needs to be, in my opinion, and developers, please, you do not need to change your game. It is your game. You do what you want with it. But for me to be interested, there would need to be the option to open all packs, or there needs to be a better speed to opening the packs. That limitation here, that governor on it, is really not helping. So yet again, these 4 will be stuck here. All of the rest are in our book. Now let's go sell them. There needs to be, in my opinion, to speed this up, the option to sell faster. Because it is just not fast selling cards. I'm just going to refresh to move everything up. Also, from someone who's older, whose eyesight isn't horrible, but isn't the greatest anymore, and who sits pretty far away from a television, it is incredibly hard to read some of these numbers with that background of the card images. It would be nice to be able to either change that background through the computer features here or through the options. Just saying. So yeah, we're just going to sell everything here. And then I'm going to give my opinions on ways I would consider to improve the gameplay for older gamers, mostly adults. But again, this is not to criticize what the developers did, because I would have never thought to do this. And I don't have, at this point in my life, the technical capability to do what they're doing. So I'll just keep these for now. So see, we've already made money. I've still got some rare cards down here that and could be sold off. And if I did, we'd be able to buy 6 boxes or 120 cards. And imagine going back now and opening 120 packs and then selling off, what would that be? 120 times 4, 480. Imagine selling 480 items out of here. So what are some of the options? We did get another email. I will say, every single time I've ever gotten, and I've done it 5 or 6 times, gotten the option to buy a card for a price, it's always been a loser. Always. I don't think that's fair. I think that if that, maybe it's just RNG and I've gotten really unlucky, but my instinct is that the developers have it where this automatically is like twice the price of what the card goes for, at least at the normal rate, and we'll never be able to get this much back, or we won't be able to get more selling it. So it would always be at best a wash, if not a loss. So not interested. So what are some of the things that I would think about doing were I to develop this game? One is I'd like to see where we can sell cards quicker, maybe like a sell all feature, or sell all uncommon, sell all rare, sell all ultra rare. With some caveats to that. I would like to see maybe in the menu, if you click it, it pops open the menu. I'd like to see not a way necessarily to remap the controls, but to see what the controls are, I think would be a good feature. And we're back. And I told you misclicks would be on me. So there was one. So even out here, it's the same. There's nothing here to show what the controls are. I would also like to see the ability somewhere in the menu system to restart the Prologue, because right now there doesn't seem to be that option. I'd like to see this table cleared of the previous cards when we... I opened 2, but that's okay. I bought 2. I'd like to see a way to clear these cards when we are done with the pack. Also, I wanted to open another pack anyway. I would like to see the option, at least. I'm not saying that the way this automatically goes into the book is a bad thing, but I'd like to see an option where we can move items to the book and vice versa. Move items from the album to the table. And that would give us an opportunity to sell. We could only sell from the table. It's not bad the way it is, but if we are able to sell any item, then I think there needs to be a locking feature in the book where we could lock the item, the specific image or picture, card, what you will, to be able to lock it where it's not sold, or where it would only sell duplicates, but it would never sell the locked original, if that makes sense. Coming back in here, selling off. Okay, so cards are still there. Album is now updated correctly. I think I had other ideas, but I mean, it's enough. I think I've shown why I believe that the game will be more tolerated in its current gameplay by younger kids, but I think older kids and adults are going to lose interest fast because of the tediousness of opening packs and selling cards is going to just, it's going to, I don't know what word I want to use, be less fun in a very short amount of time. Because I've got $300 already, and that's it. I'm done. I didn't want to do the 300, but I wanted to get enough of the gameplay down and to see how hard it was to make money and to see what options I could find. I think I've explored the game pretty thoroughly in its prologue state, and I stand by the things that I've said. I have others. I can't remember what they were, but why don't you leave me a comment and let me know what you think? Especially, I recommend trying it. I mean, but I just don't see how much interest and appeal is going to continue after, the first 10 or 15 minutes of gameplay. So thanks. Bye. And stop. Thank you for the developers. I really do appreciate what you're doing with the game. I do love the idea of a card trading simulator, and I hope that you continue to work on it. And I also look forward to what you're going to bring with upgrades and with other features. Thanks. Bye.